Hello and yellow! Welcome back to Friend Powered Friday Nights. I am Lynx Griffin, and we're back again. Guess what? It's more Eldritchrune. Of course it is. Time for water. Ugh. Basically, I've kind of been looking at my schedule for this month and realized kind of a bad time to start a entirely new game because a couple weeks I'm going to be gone on Friday. So I'm like, okay, we'll just save a new game for August. And in the meanwhile, I'll do some other things. So tonight, I'm going to try once again and see if I can't get the night. Ugh, I'm gonna try my best. If I am because I haven't had a chance to practice since the last time I did it. If I somehow succeed earlier than expected, maybe we'll do a little art, or maybe I will call it early because I've turned off my fan because it makes noise and it's hot. I'm probably gonna be sweating a lot and all that stuff. Luckily, you don't have to deal with that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my third save file, which is the one I was doing with friends. It'd be cool if we can't finish that off with this file. That would be very cool. Let's see, Saber 10, Shadow Mantle, Toxic Axe, Dainty Scarf, all that business. I think it's the same loadout we had before. So, yep, we're just gonna be trying again. Get ready to hear a whole heckin' lot of Black Knife, because that's probably what's gonna happen. Hi, Jenna. I hope nothing bad happens to you. Please be okay. The grand prize, the boss you can't beat. But I'm gonna try. I really want that shadow crystal, just to carry it over into a later chapter. Kind of looks like Toriel has 2 toes on each foot. I'm pretty sure that's not how it's supposed to be, but that's how it looks. Hello. Thank you for coming. We're going to see how far I can get on the night. Hopefully this won't mess with my wrist any, because my wrist has been kind of cruddy this week. And I'm in the middle of doing a bunch of art and stuff. I've been trying to work on commissions mostly today. So if you ask for a commission, that's in progress. I was doing some sketches today. Be good, wrist, please. Please. But we'll see how I do. The night is crying. And then they're spying. And then I'll be dying. Yeah. Yeah, I want that I want that shadow crystal lore. Whatever file I get it on, that's the one that's probably gonna be carrying over, because I want my shadow crystal lore. Alright, let's we'll see how many tries this takes. Probably gonna be a lot. The roaring night appeared, and we all died. Okay. Are you winning, son? No, I can guarantee you right now I'm probably not winning. I've not practiced in a while, so... Oh, wow. Oh, that was close. Okay. But pretty good. I gotta get better at Rude Buster, too. No, Ad Hell, be gone! Ah! I thought Ad Hell was supposed to not... I swear I didn't have pre-rolls on. I don't know. I swear I didn't. Okay. Well, that could have gone a little better. North Wind Blew Fiercely, that's the other one. I wonder if I should maybe get Ralsei up for that. Better for that. I don't know. You are free from Ad Hell. Hurrah! Anyway, yeah, magic, Rude Buster, thank you. Okay. Whoop! Whoop! No, somebody got swooned. Ah, darn it. Oh, Susie, you have to get up. Okay, shoot. Okay. Finish Vampire Survivors. I don't want Susie to be swoonded. Okay. Since we're already at maximum TP, let's just spin cake. The Roaring Fraud, I wish. I wish this was the Roaring Fraud. I always struggle with this one. Look at that. Look at how bad I'm doing with that one. Ugh. Good grief! Why am I so bad at that one? I'm really bad at reading that one. I don't understand it. I've got to get better at that one. At least that one's pretty easy. Okay, Susie close to max healing range. When item use that, this... Yeah. Ugh. I don't know what I should do about, Ralsei there. I guess I can't really defend, so I'll just get him up. Excuse using all my revivements, though. My revivements! My revivements! I don't want to use them all this early. Oops. Oh, oops. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, you will Rude Buster. Thank you. He can probably do a heal prayer on somebody, actually. On himself. Slowly getting the timing down, but just the tunnel one just kills me. Oh, shoot, this one. Yep. Ah! Oh, he's swooned. Okay. Jackenstein is fun, though. Yeah, the tunnel one is... Okay. Hello. I know I'm not beating you. It's true. It's true. I'm not good at it. I'm gonna Rude Buster, I guess. Oh, group heal. Shoot. Okay. What do we got for group heal? Butt juice? Okay, there's that, but it's not gonna work on Ralsei. Okay. Oh, well, this is circle tunnel. This isn't as hard as the regular tunnel. Like, this tunnel does not bother me as much as the other one. Like, I barely have to move for that one. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Feel surrounded. Oh, I don't like this one. This is a tough one. Now it's the insta-kill sword, it's true. Let's see. Knock me down, get it back up again. You're never gonna keep me down. Oh. Pretty... Okay, we got through that okay. Huh. You feel your trust twisting. Okay, that's the twirlies. That's the twirlies. That's pretty good. It's got... for those, I just have to really pay attention and lock in with that. Let's see. I still want to keep Susie up. So we'll just revive her. And you can keep Rude Bustering. As long as Chris doesn't lose a hand. Oh, shoot. Ah! This one I should be able to get. Ah. Oh, that sucks. Okay, Okay for my first try. I haven't done this in a while. Chris heals the self. True. Themself. I think she'll just defend. Gotta get more Rude Buster up. Give up. Ow. Oh, then we got this one. Ow. Oh, shoot. Chris is down. Okay. Deluxe dinner. Come on, Chris, get up. Oh, we probably oh, we should have revived us. That's true. Ah! Oh! Oh! I don't like that one. Ah, shoot. Alright, well, not terrible for the first run. Oh. Just gotta do it. Yeah, I probably should have revived us for that. Could have done worse. It was I know, Gaster. Shush your mouth. And yet it persisted. Let's skip the frivolities. Okay. Watch, I'm gonna... Now that I've had a good one, I'm gonna have like 10 bad ones. That's what's gonna happen. Gonna hit me with a wiffle bat. By with that, I mean a giant sword. Yeah, the diagonal is really hard. Okay. Decent, decent, decent. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, shoot. Okay, that could have gone a little better. A little better, but that's okay. You can group heal. Let's see what we got for group heals. Spin cake or butt juice? No, spin cake or exec buffet. Let's do the exec buffet. Okay, that's better. Oh. Oh, darn it. Dang, swoons. Alright, We got breaking up the box. Yeah, I remember at least the first 4. Let's see. Oh, next one's tunnel, isn't it? Shoot. Let's see. Next one is tunnel. Maybe we can give Susie a butt juice. Do you have enough for Rude Buster? You do. Okay. Oh, sword tunnel, why are you so hard? Oh, jeez. I don't know why I cannot read sword tunnel. Like, just all the time, just constantly hitting me. Are the hitboxes on those just like ridiculous, or am I just bad? Or both. Could be both. Also, I did not get to the safe zone in time. Did not do that. Butt juice. Oh, sheesh. Why am I getting hit on that one? That's stupid. Should not be doing that. Come on. Okay, this is this one. Alright. Pay more attention to the right side of the tunnel. What, like, as things are coming in rather than where you are? Okay. Give that a shot. Everybody's still up, though. That's pretty good. Alright, since we're coming up on Sword Tunnel... Environment. Heals team 100. That should be okay for now. Oh wait, no, it's not Sword Tunnel. Shoot. Oh, I'm in the wrong zone too. This is easier to do from the other side. Oh, that was terrible. I should have been on the other side of the box. Ugh. I can read it better from the other side of the box. I don't know. Sucks. Now I'm in Sword Tunnel. Ugh. I'll try reading it from the entrance of the tunnel. I'll try that. All right, what do we got next? I think a basic one. Where's my spin cake? I really wish Rouse was up for that though. Okay. Ah. I feel stupid when I get hit by those things. I should be able to dodge those. Same with this one. Like, this is one of those attacks that should be dodgeable for me. I should be able to do it. Well, at least we're getting the hang of it. I hope. I say as we immediately go into this attack, which is not a good one. And she swooned, of course she is. Get up, Suze! Get up, my Susies. I got Chris and Ralsei throwing revivements at me. Okay. Sword circle, not as bad. Ooh, okay. Feel surrounded. Okay, we'll try this one. See if I can do it here. Oh, darn it. Okay. Could have gone better with that. Drink my boba. Save me, precious resource. Precious resource. Come on. Okay. I will feel better about it if I'm at least doing, like, long runs. As opposed to, like, dying in, like, the first move. Which, watch is going to happen now. Precious resource. Precious resource. Oh, hey, how did that hit me? Oh, that's not fair. That's stupid. Defeat them with the power of boba! That's what I'm doing. Okay. I think we can spare a little of that. Heck, we can spare a little of that. Try and save some items. Oh, I'm on the wrong side again. Ah. Oh, dang it. Seriously. I like cannot read this stuff properly if I'm on the wrong side of the box. I gotta not be on the wrong side of the box. Ooh, excellent boba. Excellent. That is how we will beat the knight with the power of boba. Probably. Now some attacks is like, oh, I can do this. Another attacks is like, no. Oh, bumped into that one. Oh well. We will do okay. Okay, hanging in there. Yeah, you can use a little heal prayer while we're at it. Wow, okay, we got through that. Good job, good job. Oh, next is tunnel. I should probably let's use a smaller item on Susie. Okay. Try and read the tunnel. Oh, we got through the tunnel somehow a little bit better. Okay. Oh, we can't read Buster. Chest feels tight. Oh, it's the squinch thing. Ow. Okay, he got swooned. Fine. Kind of wondering if I should get him up. Might be good to have him up. Let's see. Might be good to have him up a little bit. Okay. What we got next? Oh, stars. Okay. Ooh. Oh, just barely. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if how often I'm gonna replay this. Rude Buster, yes. Night. I wonder. Oh, the north wind is breaking stuff up, isn't it? Group heal. Okay. Heals 40. Heals the team. Spin cake. Huh. I'm gonna use the exec buffet on this, I think. Yeah. Okay. Messed up picking a fight with us. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the box again! Why do I keep doing that? Ugh. How did I survive that? What the hell? How did Ralsei take no damage? How? Literally how? Sword Rain next gives Susie more heal. Okay. Well, that's a deluxe dinner on Susie then. All damn alone. Oh, sword circle. Whoa, that was close. Okay. Hey, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. I think we can all afford to defend here. Oh, shoot, we can't. Okay. I want to do a Rude Buster. The circular one isn't as bad. Oh, darn it. Darn, 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 a ding, dang, dong. Okay. I think that's where the revive dust is going to have to happen. Seriously, how the heck are you up, Ralsei? You're never gonna win. Oh, this one. Okay, 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 okay. Let's do something. I'm gonna deluxe dinner Susie. We're gonna Rude Buster the Knight. And while we're here, might as well heal Chris. Thank you. Now what are we doing? Stars, okay. This is gonna be homing stars, I know. Oops, ouch, okay. And she will Rude Buster. What can, suddenly a Tempest. This is gonna be this box splitting, isn't it? This is gonna be box splitting, I bet. Okay, I only got 6 things left. I got 3 revivements, a spin cake, and a deluxe dinner. Let's use the deluxe dinner on Chris, I think. Okay. Oh, oh, diagonals. Okay, somehow we survived that. That's cool. That's cool. That's good. That's neat. We can Rude Buster. One more sword run. Oh boy. Just making sure I got this correct. Spin cake. Do I have a spin cake left? I do have spin cake left. The diagonals are evil. Wish I was doing more damage with her, but okay. Say a thing, huh? Oh, sheesh. Okay, we lived. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, geez. You feel cornered. What's this one? Is cornered, good grief, what does cornered do? I'm gonna keep Rude Bustering her. I feel like I should have Susie up at least. This might be a sign? I'm trying to remember if I've gotten this far. I guess we'll find out together. I'm gonna run out of deluxe dinners. I'm almost out of heals. I really want Susie up. Okay. I'm done. Have I gotten this far before? Quiet people piss me off. Oh, sword tunnel. Okay. Okay, she can't Rude Buster. She might as well revive Mint. What are we doing now? Oh, this, okay. Oh. Oh, this one. Jeez, that's a lot of TP. Okay. Guess theme is banging. It's true, it's true. Okay. Cool. I gotta be close, right? I gotta be heckin' close. That's a really cool attack. I've gotta be close. Isn't it supposed to be like down 25%? Okay. I'm going to revive Mint. Susie grew pale. Isn't that what we have next? All I can do is revive Mint. Oh, shut up, fireworks. I'm just gonna revive Mint Chris. Well, is it better to have Chris up or Susie up? I want to make sure I Rude Buster because I got to be close to it, right? Shoot, should I heal Susie or revive Mint Chris? Susie def up above all else. She's going. I'm just not sure if I should heal her with Ralsei or revive Mint Chris. Should I lose the Rude Buster? I'm not sure if we need the damage. Hope we don't. Okay, we're gonna focus on this and hope we don't need the damage. This is where dual heal would come in really handy. Wait, this is the last move, isn't it? Glow a strange color. Focus on heal, okay. Defend. Well, all I got is revivements left, so he's gonna have to heal somebody. Okay, all defense. Okay, we're gonna heal Susie again. Okay, this is the last move. I just gotta survive this, right? Oh, just gotta survive this. Oh. Boom. That's it. We just have to attack her, right? We just have to attack her. Like, yeah, Ralsei's down. Okay, we just have to attack. Okay. Ah! I think we did it. Ah! Ah! Yes! Holy crap, we did it! Ah! Yay! Holy crap! Yay! Night is down. Yay! Oh, that went a lot. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. That went a lot faster than I thought. The Nights on Analog Horror section is staticky. We've had enough already. A roaring fraud indeed. Oh, finally we did it. Oh. We did it. Yay, go Susie. Get me my shadow crystal. Mm-hmm. Susie is the protag. Woman on woman violence. Butch on butch violence. Oh man. Susie's like, haha, I'm the best. Woman on entity violence. Sister-in-law be like, ah! She swooned her. She swooned her. I'm sorry, I don't buy that it was Chris did it. I'm pretty sure that was just the knight being like, screw you, I can do this. Yeah, it was not Chris. That was the knight just being like, take that. Because she still had 75% of the health left. You know, you'll get knighted. And also, like, the attack is not named after Chris. It's named after the Roaring Knight. Kneel before your knight. Give me that shadow crystal. Give me that shadow crystal. Yeah, like, the sprite for that swoon thing is, like, labeled as something like Roaring Knight / something. I don't remember. And even though she swooned, she's still up and trying to grab her. Yeah, like a bunch of the Chris Knight stuff was, like, kind of happened, but they're not the Knight. But actually, like, it was kind of a thing that I was expecting. Like, I'm like, I don't think Chris is the Knight, but I think they're gonna side with the Knight in the future. That was my guess. That was my take on it. And it was just like, I was right just way early. They had sided with the Knight the whole time. What the hell is going on here? We're beating the Knight, that's what's happening. Diet multi-Knight. Oh, somebody save me! Yeah, I'll talk to Tori Elmer, I'll say. I gotta make sure I get this finished save data. Also, I need to grab me my shadow crystal! Gimme, gimme, gimme! Hell yeah! And also, I now have Black Shard for next chapter, too. So, what was that about, Ralsei? I thought we had won for a moment. Oh, poor Ralsei. That we would be able to end the battle here and now. Oh, no. You were so brave, and yet, in the end, our struggle. Oh, poor Ralsei. Isn't it, Chris? I'll be fine. But if I'm hurt this badly, then Susie must be. Aww. Cleaved red by the blade. Interesting how if you beat the Knight, she's having a nightmare. But if you don't beat the Knight, then she's fine. Yeah, you can do it. You can beat the Knight. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Yeah, that's a weird thing going on. So many weird things going on. She's having a nightmare night, in fact. I'm pretty sure Chris does have a role in the conspiracy, yes. Yeah, sorry, you came in, I beat the Knight. I finally did it. It was like, what, my 4th, 5th try? It wasn't that long. There's some kind of door here. Yay, I'm so glad. Now I can carry this file over to chapter 4 and I'll have all the shadow crystals and the black shard, which will be useful against the Titan. But I'm going to make sure I finish the chapter off so I have the save data. We're in the light world. You're in the light world. Everything's messed up. Yeah, it's useful against the Titus and the Spawn. I'm sure it'll be useful against something else, too. Because, dang, that thing does a lot of damage. Susie just sprints across the entire town. Yeah, Garrison wasn't that bad. It took me a while to beat him, but I got it eventually. Knight, I think, was definitely the hardest one for me. Yeah, it'll probably be useful against the Knight, too. Like, piercing them with their own armor. Susie gotta go fast. Yeah, I checked out the door, then run. Like, whoa! Somehow outrun 2 teens. I'm still pretty set on Death Knight. That feels like 90%, like, what the deal is. Time for crickets, but not my crickets. These are crickets in the game. Why was she trying to take Toriel? Like, what was up with that? Susie's like, I just want to punch stuff. It's solid steel. Get someone to tell us how it works. You can't, right? Well, we'll have to do that later. Mid-40 strict parent, also secretly insane and throwing hands with teenagers. Yeah, death seems most likely until we get hints against it. Sure, if you want to. It's up to you. Just, yay, finally managed to get the knight. So I'll be reusing this file over and over again because I'm like, okay, I checked this one has all recruits. This is also one I had the egg on, so I got the egg. And now I have Shadow Crystal from the Knight. This was the file that I played with friends last time we did. So I think we covered like pretty much most of the secrets, and now the Knight. Yeah, well, she's got to be able to leave Darkwoods on her own because she carried Undyne there, but maybe it's just way less. Maybe she's, I don't know. Up to you. I really do wonder if Chris actually went into the bunker here at the end before they went back and sealed the fountain. We know Susie saw someone. Oh, so you mean like basically the Knight can't leave the Dark World, so basically passed Undyne off to like Carol or something, and she sprinted down to the thing and put the thing in? That'd be hilarious. They're just baton passing Undyne around between the Dark World and the Light World. That would be really funny, but interesting. She did big deer leaps from the roof. I'll tell you what, deer can jump super high. You try and put a big fence around your garden, and nope, they're gonna hop like 12 feet over that. They have lightner determination. Because they can make fountains. Yeah, did Chris go inside here or not? Or is this just we opened it for you, Chris, because you're part of our conspiracy? Alright. Oh, Carol is super sus. Carol is extremely sus. Hooray! That is the Knight beaten. I'm glad I can do it! I'm glad I did it! Yay! Hooray and hooray. Oh, that's a relief. I know, now it's our stream, because basically, I was trying to decide on, like, okay, what should I be doing tonight? And I'll probably start Mother 3 as my next game, but also, like, next week I'm probably not going to stream it all because it's SGDQ, and I just want to watch that the whole time. I'm probably going to have that on all week, so I'm probably not going to be doing any streams next week. And it's like, okay, then I'll have a week after that where I could stream, but then the week after that, in the last week of July, I'm going to be gone because I am traveling for see some family for a wedding, so I will not be on. So I'm like, this is kind of a bad time to start up a new game if I'm like, you know, only getting one weekend. So I'm like, okay, I'll start Mother 3 or another game in August, and until then, I'll do other things. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll just try the Knight again tonight, and then, you know, I'm not gonna miss it next week for GDQ, and then the week after that, I'll figure out what I'm doing. But, I finished that a lot sooner than I thought it would be. Tonight, indeed. Indeed. That is the case. Yeah, I actually gotta take a little bit of a bathroom break, but if you guys are willing to stick around, I will switch my setup over and, we'll do some Eldritchrune drawing, because I got that ready at least. So if you want to stick around for art times, that is what we'll do, since my only other plan was to beat the Knight. And we did that. Alright, I will be right back. Alrighty, it's time for a switcheroo. Time for art. Yeah. Whatever you want to do to try to beat them. Again, if I can beat them, anyone can. Because I'm not very skilled at that. Okay. Chris knows who the knight is. It's probably Des. That's my guess. I have a Des guess. The guess is Des. Oh, got curious and select to think about the knight. Apparently, like, they just think about Jockington instead. I don't think it's a matter of obvious. I think it's a matter of what makes sense. I don't think it has to be a trick. I think Des just makes the most sense. From, like, a storytelling perspective. Okay. We got a switcheroo around. Oh! Let's switch stuff up and do art stream instead. And for that, we're also gonna... art stream time! Ooh. I think that's a little bit bigger. That's okay. Art stream! Woo! And... that off. That on. Surprise! And then we've switched. Oh, I gotta get my music going. I forgot. Hold on a second. I need the musics. Let me get that up. Okay. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so it's not so loud. Is it picking up at all? Alright, there we go. He doesn't have a shadow crystal. He has a black shard. It is not the same thing as the shadow crystal. The black shard was the thing that yeah, right. Yeah, saying it right in front of the sword. The sword, interesting. Could be both. But yeah, I think the black shard is supposed to be a piece of the sword. Asgore threw hands with Des. I don't know. Maybe just threw hands with Carol. I don't... Well, the thing with the black shard seems to be hard and opaque. Whereas the shadow crystal seems to be like glass, see-through. So I think that they are different substances, if nothing else. I'm not sure if I would call the black shard as like pure glass though, because again, one seems to be like lacquer and one seems to be like glass. Yeah, so one is see-through, the other is opaque, which interesting dichotomy there. Titan flavor text mentions glass. No. I don't remember if this was mentioned during the stream, but also lacquer makes it sound like a guitar pick, especially since it's a triangular shape. Alright, I'll have to probably be a little careful since again my wrist has not been the best. But we can do a couple pages, I think. Get some progress done here. Chris is commanding Susie to do a thing. They're like, Susie, do the thing. Yes, I did beat the knight already. I did. I beat it in the first half hour. It was beaten. I'm sorry. It happened a lot faster than I was anticipating. I'm like, okay, I'll probably be at this for like a few hours or something like that. Nope. Like, we did it. Email, no. That chat was going wild. Yeah, night is... I don't know, again, the stuff that was killing me was the tunnel, but I actually think that your advice helped in terms of focusing on the beginning of the tunnel rather than the end of it. I put this all in the wrong layer, didn't I? Of course I did. Fine, we're switching this around. You're the new character layer. You're the new character layer. Thank you. Type GG. No, it's SP. First try, easy. Honestly, I did better than I thought I would on like my first try for the session too. Again, it went a lot faster than I expected. So hooray! I'm mostly glad because this means that I will have all that ready for whenever we do the next Friend-Powered Friday Nights with Friends, which should be on the 13th Sunday, right after SGDQ. Is when we have arranged the time. It's probably going to be like most of the day, because I imagine it's going to take us a long time. But that's our plan. We're going to do it on the 13th. We arranged another time for friends to get together. Yeah, apparently if you keep a shadow crystal with you in chapter 3, it says the TV is smashed, which scary. I don't like that. Yes, we're going to try and do the whole chapter in one go because, again, it is hard to get people together for that. So the plan is we're probably going to be starting fairly early in the day. Yep, they're landing. They're tuck and rolling. We're probably going to be starting fairly early in the day and going for a while. Maybe have some food breaks in there. But the goal is to finish the whole chapter in one go. In one day. That might make it pretty long, especially if we're getting like secrets and stuff like that, like eggs. I need to try and remember how to get all the eggs and stuff like that. Plus, I want to try and get Garrison. Yeah, there's a lot of time needed for everything chapter 4, because you got that giant light world section, which has a lot going on. I don't know if we'll try and do the mic room or not, but if we can do the mic room, then we're doing that as well, which is a whole other deal. All the stuff inside the holiday house. And then, basically a 3-part Dark World, plus secrets in that, and some really difficult bosses, like the Titan. And, I do want to beat Garrison, because there's, like, important lore in that. So it's going to be a bit of a marathon. And it's going to be a long one. Chapter 4 Gauntlet. Yeah, the mic fight with 3 people is just gonna be like kind of nonsense. I'm not gonna no-hit the night with my friends. I don't think I'm gonna no-hit the night ever. I'm happy that I beat it. I don't know if I've ever no-hit a major boss. Yeah, that's the problem. Another thing, like if we're in soul mode in Noelle's house, it's like, okay, do we want to listen to all of the Suzelle? We'll have to sit there for a while and do so. I'm sorry guys, we have to wait until they mention AVGN. Then I can trip the breaker. Or the Asgore Easter eggs, yeah. I don't know if we can sit through all of the piano concerts. I will let them sit and do piano for a little bit, but even I haven't gone through all of their songs on the piano. Yes, it's K-Round. They're fighting K-Round. I know I need to get to some chapter 3 and 4 stuff, but this is what I had layouts for, so this is what we're doing. Yeah, I had emails to check. Yeah, no worries. It's like, wait. And they say such cute stuff. I was so set on progressing the plot, I didn't stop and appreciate the Suzelle. Chris, watch out for the almond milk. It's evil. Mm. I guess it'd have to be almond water or whatever if we're doing like Eldritchrune back rooms, which probably not the case here. Yeah, sheesh. Can't draw worth credit, and I was drawing all over the place today. I was trying to get commissions done. At least the sketches. Yeah, Chris, trying to avoid getting smashed by the K round because it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Susie, use Rude Buster on it. She doesn't know what that is. Eldritchrune and Susie can't have Rude Buster because then we'd all be super doomed. Oh, sheesh, my neck. I did like stretches and stuff today because, again, wrist is not great, but still a little tense. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for Eldritchrune Weather Duo. That seems like that'd be something doable. But I gotta figure out how I want to do that. And I'm also not certain like what kind of being they would be, if they would be demons or if they would just be like minions. The way a lot of guys are. Thus far the only demons I've had show up have basically been Rules, Ralse, and Sham. Tenna's gonna go in the Bound God category, like the other bosses. I haven't figured out a design yet. Like I know how it would probably work as like Bound God type thing, but I don't know how it would look. Yeah, because it can't do TV because they don't have electronics in this universe. So got to figure out something else. Because there is no TV. Can't kill your TV because TV hasn't been invented yet. I'm not sure about RAM, but wait, no, I'm not sure about RAM, but I do think I know what I'm going to do with ERAM. I don't know if it would count as a Bound God necessarily, but I've got like the inklings of an idea of boss fight with them, something that could be nice and creepy to do for ERAM specifically. That'd probably be one of the earliest ones I do, because I was like, okay, I think I know what I can do that'd be really, really scary and cool. I'm not sure what kind of being they are, if they would be like a Bound God or not. I guess they probably would have to be, because again, no knights here. But I gotta do designs for all these people. So far, I'm just like, okay, I have a vague idea of what might be cool to do, but it probably will come together better if I actually design them. And I'm like, I should at least get another comic done. It's been forever. But like designs, I need to figure out designs for ERAM, the Weather Duo, Tenna, and Garrison. Also, maybe vaguely getting ideas for Garrison. Bit of a wild card. But basically, no, Garrison's not a Bound God. Garrison is a special case, basically. Garrison's an odd one out. Just gotta solidify the ideas and again work out designs and all that I want to do. And it will be worked out eventually. Feels like it just takes me so long to do anything now, which is frustrating. Like, I know that's not the case, but it feels like it is to me. Even though I'm on break, I should be able to have the time for it now. Again, Garrison is a special case. He is unusual. But he was at least once a human, because he would have been from the light world. Yeah, that's the thing, is like there's not that many bosses really in chapter 4. There's Jackenstein. I need to figure out what I would do with Jackenstein. Or Miss Mizzle, yeah. Miss Mizzle's not that much of a boss though. Heck, I'm not quite sure what I would even do with Jackenstein, because Jackenstein's whole thing is like, you know, supposed to be spooky, but he's like, you know, really cute and sweet actually. Oh yeah, the water cooler. There's like evil water pools that will kill you. Chris, don't drink that! Oh, she could be a messed up water spirit trying to drown you too. True. Beg for mercy, this will not work. Beg for death. Yeah, there's stuff we could do for Miss Mizzle. All the other little Mizzles around too. Hydrate or dihydrate? No, just dihydrate. You don't even get to hydrate. Hydrate and dihydrate, both at once. I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of speed lines on this guy because he go fast. Also, again, this guy is gonna have like a face on it. I'm just gonna draw that later. H2O for you, Ralph. No, Chris, that's poisonous. Whee! Exactly. Chris is like, but I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Okay, I should be able to do this circle. Come on, I want to do a circle. Ugh. You ever get annoyed you can't draw a circle? Okay, it's close enough. Gets dragged under like those, like creepy water spirits in Lord of the Rings. Chris cannot catch a break. Definitely seems like there's a lot going on with water and glass in the chapter 4 Dark World anyway, so I can at least do that for like the setting. It'll be worth it. The infuriating circle. Indeed. Especially when you gotta freehand the infuriating circle. So I gotta figure out, when did I start? So I can do my break. What is this? This is K round. He's gonna have a scary face on. Is gonna have a scary face on it. I'm gonna draw that later, using some symmetry tools, and then use the power of copy paste. That way I can make it more complicated. Helps that it's a flat surface. It's like a big demon wheel that will come and smush you. Chris is trying to avoid being smushed. Since the last time they fought, Chris's legs got crushed and it was really bad. Chris is like, can we not crush my legs this time? Can we avoid the leg crushing? I'd appreciate it. And they'll get a cool, scary face on them. It will be added later. I just gotta go back and redraw it from what I had on the original drawing of it. So I'm pretty sure I didn't save that like the smart person I am. Save your work. You never know when you'll need it again. I tried to smash this thing into that castle. Yeah, I'm a little sad we never got to see the black checkers in canon. I like the idea of them being little cats with arms. I guess in the end we got a lot of cats anyway. Can't escape the cats, I'm telling you. I'm telling you that Undertale is the dog universe and Eldritchrune is the cat universe. It makes sense in my head. I can't describe what that means, but it means something. Yeah, you got Yisho. Chris is a puppy. I love how everybody's like, oh yeah, Chris's persona is going to be the goat, like the dreamer. It turns out, no, Chris's persona is puppy. Chris like, you can't even get my persona right. Might be a funny animal fan. Might be with them furries. That's why when people are like, ew, furries and the Undertale fan, I'm like, what fandom do you think you're in, dude? I'm sorry, this is a furry adjacent fandom. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my bubas! My bubas! Making everybody just pet cats. Put cats into a basket. Yeah, it's a little sad. Maybe it was a too complicated thing in terms of rights if it was too similar to actual Yoshi, but it would have been cool if we'd had a little bit of Smash Bros. Stuff. I mean, they talked about it, and then we get a Zelda-type game instead. Maybe it would have been too hard to program. Apparently, fighting games are ridiculously hard to program, or at least to balance. Because if we were going to do all these like different, game styles, it would make sense then to do a fighting game. We'll really spend hours. You know what? You say that, but when I look back on my childhood, there were absolutely times where like I would spend hours just doing a dumb thing in a game for no reason other than I wanted to, because I had way too much time when I was a kid. So yeah, I can absolutely see her playing a cat petting game for hours. You know what I used to do for no reason when I was younger? I would turn on Super Smash Brothers Melee and then just put Pokeballs on extremely high and then just have a computer player that was like the weakest kind of computer player, like just a dumbass computer player, and then just like play a 10-minute run of just opening Pokeballs, and they would all just kill the computer player. Why did I do that? No reason. Oh, Sham, right. Okay, let's pull up the old thing. Where is my thingy? Stream Doodle page. Okay. See if I can do Sham from memory here. Wait, where's my Sham plushie? I could use him as reference. He's all the way over there. I can't see him. Alright, I'll try and do Sean from memory. Got his little patch on. What do you think of later Secret Boss Sean? I think it might be neat. Here's the kitty. Non-binary, or at least non-gendered kitty. Did he have a tail that was torn off by loving hands? Yeah, I think it'd be a really interesting secret, or they would be an interesting secret boss. Alright, there's Sham! Joining the little pantheon. Maybe I should make them a little bigger. There we go. Sham added to the roster. Yeah. No problem. Thank you for the request. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, it feels like we should have a secret boss that's, you know, pitted around Ralsei. So Sham as a secret boss for Ralsei could be really interesting. That kind of fatalist take, especially, is relevant to Ralsei. Because Ralsei has to learn how to break out of his own fatalist funk. He's trying. He's doing his best. Yeah, Sham and Ralsei as parallels could be really neat. And we know basically, Jevil uses male pronouns. Sham does not use any particular pronouns. Sham goes by they, them. As far as we can tell. We have not seen any pronouns for Sham. So they, them it is. Sham uses strings for purple soul. So that could be cool. That could be neat. Yeah. Do you think that's something that could be a chapter 5 thing, or is that more like chapter 6? I wonder. I really wonder if chapter 6 and 7, like how different they're going to be from the rest. They feel like such a break from whatever we're getting. Yeah, chapter 5 plant uses vines as possible. Yes, Jevil uses male pronouns. Sham does not. Sham uses they, them. Okay, we were talking about Sham, not Jevil. Sorry. That was the case. Oh, I gotta stop and stretch soon, because again, I gotta take care of my wrist. It's been a pain in the butt. Starting to get a little bit better, so once I finish Chris here, we will take a quick break. Stretch break. Can't believe I got the night that early. But yeah, but I guess basically we're going to have one more Shadow Crystal holder in Chapter 5, since Sham pretty much said, hey, you know... Or wait, no wait. Basically, because yeah, if you get it in Chapter... If you bring the Chapter 3-1 to Sham says, oh, hello, thank you for following. If you bring the Chapter 3-1 to Sham, then Sham's like, oh, we need 2 more. And you get 1 from Garrison. So we need 1 more, right? Am I remembering that correctly? They say 2 left. Okay. So yeah, then basically our last Shadow Crystal is going to be in Chapter 5, presumably. Alright. Stretch break, stretch break. Take care of my wrist. It has been a pain lately. Yeah, no, I mess up with Sham all the time. Sham is one I got to think about a bit, and it's probably not helped by the fact that it purposefully sounds like Sean. I have a cousin named Sean, and obviously Sean uses he/him pronouns, so Sham sounds similar, and I want to default to he/him, and I have to be like, nope, we got to stop, say them. A little bit confusion. And yeah, you don't think of Sham as often as Chris. Chris is, you do stuff with Chris often enough. Chris is pretty easy to pick up on they, them, especially with the 47 citations on the wiki. They should just keep adding those every chapter. They get to the top and there's like, get to the end of the game and there's like, I don't know, 108 citations for they, them, for Chris. 47 so far, true. Garrison, do it. Let's break 100 they, them citations. Just a page full of they, them citations. That'll be enough citations for a scrapbook. A source for them being non-binary. 101. One day, someday, Chris is going to look directly into the camera and say, I'm Chris Dreamer and I use they, them pronouns because I'm non-binary. And people will be like, well, what if the character's up for interpretation by the player? I don't know. What if they're not? Oh yeah, like I screwed up Sham's pronouns when I first did Paper Trail 2, and that's why in the complete edition that's corrected. Had to go back and correct some of that stuff. Had to fix it. I might have screwed up Monster Kid too. Had to fix Monster Kid. At least got Chris right, and also maybe I messed up Naps to Bluke. Is Naps the Bluke also they, them? There is a number of characters that are they, thems in the UTDR universe. Yeah, I feel like NB is just what we gotta go with because that's the indications we've been given. Especially since, like, they use they, them pronouns. And then Lancer doesn't call them a boy or a girl, they say blue person. Like, that I just go with NB then. That sounds like the correct one. That makes the most sense. And it's nice to have the representation, so. Yeah, like I think Lancer calling them person as opposed to boy or girl. When Lancer immediately is like, oh, purple girl for Susie. Is that's the indication that they don't go with the binary, and that was all the way back in chapter 1. It says blue Chris, as opposed to which other Chris? Lancer, you mostly only know the blue one. Blue person whose name I forgot to mention. Who told Lancer Chris's pronouns? Toothpaste boy. Yeah, it is an improvement over blue person whose name I know. Yeah, for the ones we don't talk about as often, I gotta stop and be like, okay, no, Sham, Naps the Blue, Monster Kid. There's probably somebody else I'm forgetting too. Alright, be right back for one more stretch and stuff. Ugh. Alright, I return. I love Susie and Garrison so much. Oh, I'm so excited. Like, that's the most excited thing I am to show my friends on that Sunday is Garrison. I'm like, get ready for the coolest stuff. I don't want to spoil it. I'm gonna have to be sneaky and be like, hey, you guys remember Garrison from Undertale? Well, he's dead in this universe, but remember him? Wasn't he neat? Wow, who's this? I love you, Garrison. He's so good. I want him to come back. I hope he comes back. I know he can only show up for certain Dark Worlds, but we can make it work. We can do it. Imagine it's Susie that's able to like make a Dark World that brings him back again. She's like, I did it right. And I'm like, oh, Susie. Even if he can't do Castletown specifically. Yeah, I might be at that battle for a while, because it took me a while to get it my first time, but I think it'll be worthwhile to do it with friends, just because, again, there's such good character moments, and lore and all that stuff. Such good character moments. Yeah, the hammer attack always trips me up. Well, so do the shells. Anything with like a circle. Yeah. I really like Garrison. I'm happy he showed up as he did. I'm happy I called him and Alvin's relationship out correctly. Like, I got that one right, at least, with that comic. Yeah, Green Soul's a bit of a tough one. Basically, Garrison gives, Garrison was going to give the axe to Susie no matter what, but she basically is like, no, I want to earn it. So you don't get it until you beat him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like that was the message. That was the message coming through Garrison there. And I think maybe now we've moved past the point of like, oh, Eldritchrune is about escapism and how you can't be caught up in escapism and you have to let go and live in the real world. I don't think that's the theme. I don't think that's what the game's trying to say. I think we are past that at this point. And yeah, it was definitely paralleling some stuff with real life Tolkien. Yeah, I'm glad he got such a big role here. Like, you always got the sense that, like, oh, this guy is supposed to do more. He's, it's kind of, shopkeeper in Undertale, and then here he's got to be so badass. Get it, old man. I want him to come back for more cool stuff, because he's so cool. He's like him casually recruiting the enemies. Oh, why do you know it works? Ugh. I wish I could turn on my fan because it's hot. It's starting to get hot again. It wasn't too bad yesterday, but it's getting more today. Yeah. Yeah, they keep his like identity hidden the whole time. It's like, who is old man? And like it took me like, you know, a minute, but I was like, wait, that's Garrison. Garrison. Oh, they didn't know? How did they react then? I'm curious how they reacted if they didn't pick up, oh, that's Garrison. They're just like, who's this guy? But also, like, Alvin then talks like, oh, my dad who died and whose legacy I don't feel like I can live up to. Like, right before this in the... Oh, the wait, he's dead? He was dead all along? Well, now we revived him, so he wasn't dead all along. Let's see if we can do a little better. You survived the rain of hammers, yay! Now you must survive heroes in a half shell. Turtle shell. I somehow missed that one of the things you can get is it's one shell of a battle. Wah, wah, wah. Which is amazing. So yeah, I can't get over you're the first teacher who didn't make me feel stupid. Line from Susie, I'm like, oh, girl. No, watch out. We'll get into Asriel's dust territory there, which I don't think is the case. But, I don't know. I feel like if that were the case, then we would be able to identify them. I don't think so far. Unless Starwalker really has something he hasn't told us yet. Yeah, most of them are pretty abstract concepts. Yeah, the thing that really stuck out is, like, Garrison does not look like he's been Dark Neurified. He just looks like Garrison. This speculation is pissing me off. I'm the original Starwalker. Yeah, especially with Garrison, it was literally like the dust on the object brought to life. And they really made a point of hammering home before you get to that dark world. Hey, like, remember how monsters, when they die, their dust is put on an object and that's buried? That'll be relevant very soon. Sean would be interesting. Good grief. I don't know whose dust that would be, though. King's just bitter. He's hammering the point home, yeah. No, the straw has become too warped. I can't get the precious resource. No. Boba! No! I'm gonna have to go back in with a spoon later. I can't get it. There's like a pile of boba at the bottom and I can't get it. And yes, you would die if you poked the little feet because then it would run you over. And you would be squished and it would be sad. Don't get yourself squished by a giant evil rolling rock. It's like, oh boy. Oh, that would be scary. Oh no, that probably would be too dark. That would be too dark, but oh, that would be really, really scary. I honestly don't think we're gonna have that many dead people by the time we're done. I know there's like this sentiment of like, oh, everybody's gonna die. There's gonna be a death thing. I don't even think Rudy's gonna die. At least not in the normal route. Chris is not happy because they're like, I don't want to fight this thing. Last time it crushed my legs and that sucked. Eldritchrune has different kinds of horrors. Horrors that require therapy. I think it's on the table at least a bit, but I'm not putting money on it. I would not be surprised if it happened, but again, I'm not gonna bet on it. Mostly because I think that Rudy kind of serves a better purpose, like, as a threat in terms of him dying than him actually dying. Yeah, that's still a rocks fall, everyone dies thing, and I don't think that people are going to Undertale from here, except for Sans. He's the exception. Even then, falling down is not dead. Otherwise, Birdley would be dead. Yeah, I don't think it's a hometown simulation thing. Mostly because I feel like that's going to kind of complicate a point that doesn't need complicating. Like we are already understanding that, again, we are in a basis of layers of reality. We don't need to... Well, in the weird route, Birdley's in the hospital. Like, Chris took him to the hospital in the weird route. He's in a hospital bed, hooked up to like a heater. Also, I'm like, where the heck is Birdley's family? But yeah, you go and you can go see him. Like, if you go to the hospital in the weird route, he's there. You can mess with the heater with him. He's literally right there. They don't just talk about it. You can go and see him at the hospital. They don't say that he's quote unquote fallen down. He's just not awake. He's in a coma in the hospital. I don't think anybody ever uses the term fallen down. That's just our term for it, but he's in a coma. I don't think they ever imply that, oh, he's going to die. They're just like, he's not waking up. He's really cold. Yeah, he's breathing. Is that one of the off-ramps for the weird route if you turn up his heater so that he's, like, doing a little better? I can't remember. But I know there's quite a few off-ramps for the weird route in Chapter 4. Alright, good night. Thanks for coming. Don't think it affects the weird route? Okay. Okay. Like, I know there's a couple off ramps. If you, again, at any point say it's a prank, then you off ramp it. Forgot a hand up here. Excuse me. Doesn't play the bloop. You've abandoned the weird root noise. Aw, you can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. She rightfully slaps the shit out of Chris. Chris is like, yep, that's fine. It's better than the alternative. I got an asking about Noelle bleeding in the weird route, and I gotta answer that. Because I'm still of the mind that, like, I don't think she's bleeding in that weird route scene. I watched that over, and I'm like, I'm sorry, this is not a literal interpretation. This is extremely abstract and symbolic. I don't think she's literally bleeding here. I'm kind of going insane, being like, why does everybody think that she's bleeding? What am I looking at different? This is not how you would portray this. I'm a little off my rocker about it. I don't know. Noise even. I know, worse noise. Ooh, ugh. Like that, just descending kind of thing. Ugh, it's so bad. Well, if an ask is like really bad, I just delete it. I won't answer it. But I do kind of want to go over that because, again, I'm kind of mind-boggled that everyone's like, oh, this is proof that Noelle is bleeding. I'm like, no, it's not. Please watch the scene again. Okay, Mini Chris from the TV Time game. Let me see if I can remember how to do that. I don't know, I feel like I have to explain myself on that front, because I don't know, I feel like so many people are like, she's bleeding, and I'm like, but she's not. That's not what's happening. This is a symbolic thing. Yeah. Alright, Pixel Chris. I don't remember how to draw Pixel Chris. I asked for one of those toys for birthday, but they're all still not available yet. Like, I'm never going to do Weird Root myself, but I have watched the scene. And again, just like legit mind-boggled by the she's bleeding assertion. Just because it's red doesn't mean it's blood. There are other things, very important things, in this game that are red. And I think the focus should be on that, actually. Here we go. Sword Hero. I hope that's correct. Soul corruption. It's definitely something with the soul. I'm pretty certain of that. Basically, if it was meant to be blood, we would have seen it on her overworld sprite, not in a mysterious black void. The fact that it only shows up on Mysterious Black Void is like, that is something else entirely. Something scarier. Oh yeah, she's definitely hurt. She's definitely hurt by it. I mean, Chris stuck a thorn into her hand. I just don't think that what we're seeing on screen is her bleeding. I think what we're seeing on screen is the soul taking root and starting to grow one in her. Yeah, she's definitely hurt though. I just think she is more hurt on a like emotional and psychological level than she is a physical one. A thorn prick is not that big of a deal physically. It's what it means and implies that is the bigger deal. It's the sense of betrayal with that. And that's why Chris is honking mad at you. And beats the crap out of you. Look, are you still on your rock? Goodness gracious. I gotta turn off your lights here soon. Yeah, it's a scary little soul. I don't know how that'll work in terms of controlling her, but I think that's what's meant to be implied that's happening. I just gotta try and explain all that without sounding too much like a madman. We'll see if I manage. She's like, that thing's too big for me to eat. I can't do it. Yeah, I'm really kind of worried that like we might have a thing in the future where they just like down themselves in the light world because they're so mad at the soul. On the one hand, I don't know how that would work so well. On the other hand, I do wonder if there is something to the weird root stops in chapter 5 and goes no further. Because the story goes no further. New vessel, but it was discarded. Oh yeah, damaging themselves. Oh, talking about Noelle. Yes, yes. See, that would be a real horror involved. Is like Chris just downs himself, takes himself out. But it's too late. The soul's already transferred to Noelle. Oh, that would be horrible. That would be horrible. I don't know if Chris knows about that because I don't know if resets are much a thing in this universe. I don't think they're aware of that kind of like game aspect. It would be extremely messed up and metal and horrifying. But we at least seem they can be pushed that far. I don't know, like I had them as aware of that in Paper Trail, but now I'm not sure. Would they be able to tell, basically? Because at least, like, you know, certain people in Undertale were able to tell, oh, the world's being reset, we have deja vu. But I'm not sure about here. There's no mention of deja vu. That's not the reason why I don't really buy anything into, like, time loop theory or whatever, because I'm like, we already did a time loop story, it's called Undertale. We already did a story about being trapped and doing the same thing over and over. I don't think that's what's getting across here. I do not know. It really does depend on, like, I guess the terms of the deal. Yeah, that's how it would be the most messed up, is like Chris does this as a last-ditch effort to basically like stop the soul, like taking themselves out. But it doesn't matter because we've already infected Noelle. And especially if the prophecy is something along the lines of, you know, the girl takes like the cage's soul and they die or something like that. Oops, you've fulfilled the prophecy anyway by trying to avoid it. Big fat oops. That would be pretty scary. That's another reason why I don't really want to do the weird route ever. And I think it's about time for me to do another stretch break. I'm feeling it. Alright, it's time for a stretch break. And I also gotta turn off Alfie's lights. Elfie, it's sleepy time for the girl. Oh no, it's sleepy time. You've been on your rock all day. You've been on your rock. So what's that? Oh, let me give it a little kiss. It's time for lights out. Where are you gonna sleep? Where are you gonna go? He's gonna sleep right there on the rock, maybe? It's sleepy time for the girl. We'll see what she does. She just planted herself on her rock all afternoon. Very excited about her crickets and all that. She's still got a bit of shed stuck up her nose. I'm like, girl, you gotta get that out. It's still stuck up her nose. Don't know how to get that out. Yeah, usually when I turn off her lights when she's just on her rock, she kind of like looks around a bit and is like, well, I guess I'll sleep on the rock, I guess. But sometimes she'll go elsewhere. So we'll see what she does after I stretch. Yeah, I can't do the weird route, but I haven't done like No Mercy and Undertale either. I'm like, sorry, I'll have to see what other people have to say about that because I don't want to do it. Heck, don't even have space to do it. I feel like most people are like, oh, I have one save file for pacifist and one for weird route and one for abandoned weird route, and I'm like, dude, I'm using all of my save files just to get through stuff I want for pacifist. Where you gonna go, girl? Don't want to do it. 6 across 2 consoles already at the limit. I need more remixes of this song. This is one that's ripe for remixing. A Lethal Company. Not Snowgrave. It really is shocking how for a game that's like, there is only one ending, we're like, no, well, we have to have all these different save files for all these different things you have to do. Perfect passive lines. Where you going, girl? Oh no, she's trying to climb. She doesn't know where to climb. Yeah. And yeah, the one in Undertale was all about distancing yourself from the violence you're doing. Whereas this one is like, nope, that is the violence that you are doing, and you are up in the thick of it. Very personal. No escaping that fact. Girl, what are you trying to do? Yeah. Basically, I don't think Toby is being untruthful when he says there's one ending. I don't think that's a lie. But I think how that might play out might change. Yeah. No, Chapter 4 Weird is just so uncomfortable. Like, just extremely creepy in ways that are very different from No Mercy and Undertale. And I'm glad about that. I'm glad it's not just, No Mercy 2.0. We have different things to say this time. Alright, be right back for one more stretch and all that. Alrighty, I am back for... We'll do one more session, I think. Probably shouldn't go too late because of my wrist. We can do one more session, though. Yeah, I ain't doing the weird, but also I feel like there's something going on wherein the weird route is ironically how things were supposed to go, and then the normal route, the pacifist one that involves Susie, like the prophecy still happens, but things still play out differently, even though technically, like, the same things happen, but not, the results are not the same, basically. Because it really does make it feel like Susie is, like, the real monkey, the real wrench thrown into things, because can't help but noticing that the weird route cuts out Susie a whole lot. She's not very involved yet, and I feel like if, when she does get involved, she's going to be like, what the hell? And, like, basically flip all the tables. She will kick your ass. She'll kick my ass. She'll kick everybody's ass. Yeah, I know that Rousey has the line of, like, what if we try to change it, what if something happens that's even worse? I do kind of wonder, like, how Rousey knows his stuff of the prophecy. Like, where has he got this information from? And all that stuff. How does he know the things he knows about the prophecy? Rousey's just suffering. This poor boy. This poor toothpaste boy. So scared of the weird root aspects? I mean, the whole, you know, tormenting our friends, he's probably not going to like that part. Yeah. He does not know much about Noelle. Also had all 7 chapters spoiled to him. And he does freak out if, you know, you don't do the Ferris wheel with Susie and Noelle. Yeah, what does ERAM know? ERAM, what is your deal? What do you know about Chris? Because ERAM seems to think Chris is like, oh, you're a violent little shit, aren't you? Heck, we're still not entirely sure what ERAM even is. Except for somebody who's holding the shadow mantle. Not anymore, because now I got it! Wah-ha-ha. Oh yeah, the kid that walks around with a personal handmade custom knife. And I always figured that, like, it was just a regular knife Chris has, not a custom-made one. Yeah, I guess theoretically you can do shadow crystals without them, just you gotta be really, really good. Which I am not. I needed that shadow mantle. Oh yeah, ERAM, aka Shadow Mantle, aka John Mantle, aka Rom, I don't know, is basically the boss you fight in the sword route who gives you the Shadow Mantle. John Mantle! I've at least beaten the ERAM twice. I mean, yeah, she says it's your knife, but that doesn't mean it's a specially made knife. It just means it's the knife that belongs to Chris. Mom, I have to have a special knife. They went and got it made for him at the Ren Fair or something. Oh, that would be a twist. Good grief. I mean, the entrance to E-Ram's place was the Red Horn headband. But it does seem like that's also what Rousey is, so... What's going on there? Chris, why did you blush when Susie grabbed the knife?
Hey guys, thanks for checking.
I'm like, whoa, yeah, you can use my knife, it's fine.
Backing tracks tabs, so you can request a song for me to play. You can check my Patreon page, which is on the screen right now, and you can also follow me on Twitter.
No, Rousey can't be Chris's fursona because their fursona is clearly a dog. They want to be puppy. Oh, Rousey has Chris's soul. I will stick by that until it's proven otherwise. It hasn't been debunked yet. Chris's old fursona was like, I can't do, goat monster. That's too obvious. I am puppy. I almost wonder if the dog stuff wasn't put in more to be like, no, Rousey's not their fursona. Their fursona's a dog. Yeah, like I think Rousey is what Chris wishes they were to fit in with the family. But that goes back to my I think that Rousey might have Chris's actual soul. Which hasn't been disproven yet. Probably will be in the future. But until it's disproven, I'm standing by it. And that's why things are going to get really, really complicated at the end. If we have to get that back. For Chris, for example, if they lose us for some reason, like Susie's got it, it's like, oh, well, they won't die if they get their actual soul back, but by that point, Rousey has fully become his own person. We've helped that. We've helped that along by making sure that he felt like his own person, and now he has his own feelings, and now, are you really going to take that away from him? For Chris's sake? We're going to have this horrible choice. That's what's going to happen. That's what I'm putting. That's what my crystal ball is leaning towards now. That's why I think in the end we're getting a Susie versus Rousey battle for this reason. It's going to be horrible. Nobody's going to want it. Nobody. Another one. Chris with the blue ribbon. Determined to unhear this theory. I'm sorry. That's where my brain is going. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be a thing where we are going to have worked so hard to make Rousey into his own person because Susie was right, and objects don't have to just be thrown away. But after we've done that, after we've done it and he's his own person, we're going to have to take that away in order to save Chris. It'll be horrible. It'll be rough. It'll be bad. Okay. Also, thank you for following. Let's see. Dream Doodle page. I'm going to do a little Chris with the bow. Chris, choose your hand, your Rousey. I get the feeling they're going to lose the hand either way. And that might be how Susie gets the soul. Because I can't help feeling like, okay, how does Chris get the soul back in and out of their body? They use a hand for it. If they're a cage, then, like, what's the key? It's their hand, right? That's how you open and close it. What if you lose the key to the cage? can you then not use it anymore? That's just those are my fears compounding together into what's going to happen with that. It's really hard to draw them freehand like this. They're going to lose the hand and not be able to get the soul in and out of them anymore, which is putting them in danger of them dying. Susie gets it through her own way. And there's a way to save Chris and get them their own soul back as opposed to the one that you're using. But, it's at the cost of Ralsei, who now is his own person. That's what my crystal ball is saying in terms of ending. We'll see if that's correct or not. It's because I feel like that's where the foreshadowing is going, and also just like that would be maximum painful. Chris with bow. There we go. Yeah, exactly. We're focusing more on Ralsei's feelings. He's becoming his own person. He's had this whole thing of like, oh, you know, don't worry about me. I'm just an object. You can't, have me be a person. And Susie's like, hell no. I treat everybody well, including objects. You are not exempt, mister. We're going to make you feel like you belong and that, you have a home and a personality and all this stuff. And we're going to work really hard at that until it becomes true and he is his own person. He's not just, an object. He's not just housing Chris's soul in the meanwhile. We're going to turn you into a real boy with your own wants and feelings. And it's like, oh no. Now that we've done this, no problem. Thank you for doing the doodle request. Now that we've done this, it's going to come back and bite us because it's either that or Chris dies in real life. And it's going to be bad. Once you start naming them, you start getting attached. Once you start getting furniture for their room and having them eat cake and stuff, you start getting attached. We are dooming ourselves to the narrative. We are doomed to the narrative. It's us now. Now the turntables have turned. Although I do hope when Susie gets the soul, she gets like an upgrade and gets cool dragon wings or something, just because that would be badass. I don't know how that would work, but it would be badass if it happened. She gets to be full dragon. Full Dargon. She finally gets a big tail. Gets to be a real Susie Zilla. She's no longer insecure about it, because she's got the big tail. Also, I think there's other foreshadowing stuff that's going to come back into play with that. Namely that, like, we haven't really had... We know from Undertale, oh, a monster can absorb a human soul and vice versa. We haven't really heard anything about that in Deltarune. There's no indication of, like, okay, how do monster human souls work differently or whatever. So we don't know if they can absorb them or not. But you know what has been hinted at a lot? You know what has gotten foreshadowing is Susie eating stuff she's not supposed to and talking about how, oh, Chris, you smell like apples. I'm going to take a bite out of your head because you smell like an apple with your apple shampoo. Haha, I'm sure I'm joking about eating your head with the apples. Know what the soul looks like? It looks like an apple. It can look like an apple. It's gonna come back to literally bite us. The foreshadowing is literally gonna bite us. Exactly. I'm like, they're set up for it. The setup is there. I can see it. We're also being like, no, Susie, you can't do that. Only Chris can get the soul in and out. You don't have the ability to do that. She's like, I will do it my way. You can't tell me what to do. I'm Susie. You got that whole forbidden fruit thing going on? Forbidden fruit analogy or metaphor? I don't remember which one it is. There you go. Susie, don't eat that forbidden fruit. It'll turn you into a cool dragon or something. I don't know. I hope so. Because that would be neat. Also, by the way, Ralsei's here. Preparing a spell. She gonna get ya. Taste tingly? I don't know. I'm assuming it would taste like apples because, you know, that's the running theme is apples. Like in a total twist, it tastes like oranges. You didn't see that one coming. Just like Death Note, true. I haven't read Death Note in a while, even though I have it all on my shelf. Yeah, especially with all that, like, stuff with that you guys pointed me out towards in the tea party with Garrison with weird scene of Chris eating the apple. The forbidden fruit analogies keep coming and they don't stop coming. They love apple. They sure do. I mean, I like apple. Apple's good. Love me an apple. Yeah, and the weird route them trying to go for the core is like, oh no. Oh no, Susie ate the core. She can handle it. Even though I was like, Susie, don't do that. But yeah, you really, yeah. Most people can, you know, eat apple cores. Like, there is cyanide in the seeds, but not, like, a lot. They're little bitties. If you eat a lot of apple seeds, you might be in trouble, but most seeds in an apple aren't gonna do much to you, but I don't think Chris was thinking about that so much as just like, please get me out of here. Okay, no, I'll do the smoke without lines on it. We'll do that later. I got magic smoke on. Which I guess, if that was Chris going for, like, you know, I'm desperate to get out of this, even if it means, like, poisoning myself, that kind of lends more towards, you know, they might do themselves in a future chapter. I usually don't eat the core. I'll say that much when I eat an apple. Mostly because, like, it's hard. It doesn't taste as good as the rest of it. And, yeah, you'd have to take out all the seeds. Again, like, eating the seeds is not going to kill you or anything. There's not that much cyanide in the seeds, but it's, you know, it's not the best. Don't want to eat a lot of them. Okay, we'll put the smoke in there later. I mean, you're probably doing better by eating the core, because then you're eating more of the apple, not wasting. But I usually, when I eat an apple, I do not eat the core, because I don't like the core. That is the less tasty part. Yeah, the very inside of the core is where it gets bitter. Mm-hmm. Chris does not think well of himself at all. Even in the normal route, it seems like they are kind of like, well, I am made to suffer, so I'm gonna do that, I guess, because I made some promises. I'm like, Chris, dude, my envy. You can't be doing this to yourself. My choices don't matter. It's gonna, you gotta get better about this. You gotta do it. Because people care about you. I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, how many people in the light world have noticed that something is off about Chris? Like, Noelle has noticed clearly. Intro of the game was for Chris. Yeah, I do wonder if Chris was the second person talking in the intro when they said, you know, your choices don't matter, your name is Chris. I think that's quite possible. But, yeah, they say they're being, well, the nurse at the hospital is like, you okay? You look a little sick. And then Toriel's also worried about them because she's like, you know, they're not quite acting like themselves. So Noella's noticed, Toriel's noticed. I don't think Asgore's noticed, but Asgore, you need to pay better attention. I'm curious what Asriel will say when he gets back, if he's going to be like, whoa, Chris, you're super different. Because that could be a really telling thing as well. Asriel, what are you going to say? No, Toriel she hasn't said it. No, it's not even in the weird route. Basically, like if you ask about like in the normal route, if you're talking to or if you go down and see Alfie's, and then Toriel's talking to her, she's like, "Oh, Chris is normal," and Toriel's like, "Oh, thank goodness. I think they were acting kind of weird lately, sort of." Asgore has never heard of reading the room. True. So Toriel's not saying much about it, but I think she is picked up on, okay, something is off about them. Yeah, before going to the Dark World in Chapter 2, if you stop and, with all the trash ball on your head, go and talk to, or go and see Alphys and Toriel talking, and Alphys like, they're normal, and Toriel's like, oh, okay, good, because I wasn't sure about that, but she's trusting Alphys with it. I know when something's up. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done Chapter 2 at this point, too. That was such a funny scene, though. It's like, Vera turns around and sees Chris standing there with a bunch of trash on their head. They're normal! Thank you, Alphys. That's why it'll be okay if she finds all the stuff in the closet. She'll be like, that's none of my business. No, Noelle definitely knows, because she mentioned it to Susie in Chapter 4. But I think Toriel also is like, this is not quite right. Rudy kind of notices. He's kind of like, hey, Chris, you forgot how to, forgot my name? Forgot how to spell? Like, what, like, he's kind of joking about it to Chris. He's not outright saying, oh, you're acting weird. Just kind of like, why are you being so funky with me, Chris? But I think Noelle's the one that mentioned to Susie, oh, Chris isn't acting like themselves. And unfortunately, Susie's like, no, they seem normal. And I'm like, oh no. I'm worried about what she's gonna do with finding out that, oh, this Chris that she's known and become friends with was being possessed the whole time. Yeah. People are so chill in hometown. They're like, sure, Chris, whatever. We don't want to bother you. Because of the trauma. Which they apparently had to go to therapy for at one point. We don't talk about the trauma. Which, to be fair, that is how it usually works in real life, too. You're like, I don't want to talk about the trauma, so we're not going to talk about the trauma. We're going to try and get on with life. But also, you at least got to deal with the trauma. The death-shaped trauma. That's probably what's going on with that. Yeah. Especially again, because Toriel's the kind that's like, I want to move on. I don't want to be stuck in the past. So her thinking is probably like, okay, Chris has gone to therapy. They're doing better. They're making a friend. They're hanging out with a friend. That's great. I don't want to rock the boat on that. Yeah, I try to pick those things too, but if we've learned anything from these chapters, it's like that can be wrong. It's like, oh, Chris likes chocolate. No, they like pie. Oh, it's the green lizard. No. Don't you know your own brother? No, I don't, apparently. Only the limited information you've sent me. Yeah, pie's pretty good. I like me some pie. Do a cool Rouse pose here. We are not so different. Chris, I also like chocolate milk. Let me have the chocolate milk. Yeah, that's true. I just didn't notice it the first time I played. I was not paying attention. My ass was not paying attention. And then I was like, what? That's how it gets you. Like, I gotta be fast. I don't have time to think about this. Oops. I do love that it's like Chris is like, player. Player. It's the correct answer, player. I feel so bad, I know. Like, I'm sorry, I was trying to be fast. It's the little details, exactly. That's what makes it interesting and fun. That's what makes it good times. Okay. Oh, you got the favorite question right. Okay. I think I'm going to, even though I won't be able to finish this page, I'm going to have to stop after this cool Rouse pose, because I think it's been about half an hour. And I gotta do my stretches and all that stuff. So, man, I wasn't expecting to get through the night in like half an hour. I thought it'd take me a long time. Yeah, I like seeing what the gang is like. Oh, I think this is the correct answer, sort of thing. Cast magic missile. Yeah, I'll say if nothing else, Chris is not Kara. Nor are they Frisk. Chris is Chris. They are their own person with their own desires and needs. Friendships and history and dealies. Somebody sent me and asked for like a really long theory to read, and I still haven't gotten through it. I got it at some point. I just haven't had time to because it was long. I'm sorry. It was long. It was for Undertale specifically too, as opposed to Deltarune. They got similar fashion. And hey, the really only person to blame for that is Toriel and Asgore, because they're the ones dressing the kids. I'm excited for when we get to Rousey and Eldritchrune ending, because he gets to be very scary and cool there. I'm excited for scary Rousey. Complete opposite in regards to the knight here as opposed to canon. Total 180. And here the knight is the scary one. Or Rousey is the scary one, not the knight. It's a switcheroo! Okay, yeah, we'll have to do the rest of this later because I gotta take care of my wrist. But hey, we got to do some progress in Eldritchrune. Almost about halfway through inks on this, so that's always good. Whew. And I'm glad I beat the knight. Like, shockingly quickly. I was not expecting that to take a little. I thought it'd like be at least an hour or something. But nope, we blazed through that, so hooray! I can take that file into Chapter 4 with confidence and black shards and all that, and get better dialogue from Sean. Yeah. It was pretty much around like 8 o'clock my time was when I beat it, so only about half an hour in. Again, I think it was only like my 5th try or something, maybe 5th or 6th, I don't remember. Yeah, I almost did it that other night. I was really close. But I didn't want to keep us waiting too long, just because, you know, we were trying to get through story stuff with friends. So yes, and in regards to that, I know you're taking too long. In regards to that, our next special friend-powered Friday nights with friends will be Sunday the 13th. It'll be after SGDQ, because I'm probably not going to stream next week, because I want to put on SGDQ, because it makes me happy, and I like to stream the speedrun marathon, so I'm gonna have that on. But then the Sunday right after that, it's probably gonna be a really long stream. We're probably gonna have some food breaks in there as well, because we have a lot of stuff to cover for Chapter 4, especially if I do secret stuff like the egg, and I really want to try and beat Garrison on that one too, because again, lore relevant stuff and story relevant stuff. So we're going to be trying, and, you know, we might be sitting around for a while listening to all the Suzelle stuff and, you know, the Light World section. So it'll be long. It'll be a long stream. That'll probably take most of Sunday. We're probably going to start around, like, 11 or noon Sunday our time and go through most of the day. and then maybe try and give ourselves a little time to theorize at the end of that. But that'll be the 13th. Look out for that. That'll be the next stream, because, again, I'll probably just have GDQ on this week, which will be good, because that'll be plenty of good stuff to listen to while I work on Eldritchrune, and especially commissions, because I gotta do more of that. I started on that today, and those are coming along. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to have to stop for now. But that's when I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream and bearing with us through the night. Finally got to beat the night. That's super cool, and got some Eldritchrune done. So yeah, next time I see you, it'll be Chapter 4 goodness with friends. Yeah, tuning in right at the end. I'm sorry. Next time will be Thursday. Will be the 13th for a very, very long Chapter 4 stream. Beat the night this night. It's super cool. But yeah, thank you guys so much for cheering me on and for the help with the art and all the other good stuff. And yeah, I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Try and stay cool, because it's hot over here. Anyways, yes. Thanks so much for coming, and I will see you all next time. Alrighty, and good night.